Welcome to Ask Polly Tuesday, a show for brand marketers who want to learn how AI can grow their revenue and brand recognition. Our AI is named Polly, and she is the first AI in the world able to do probabilistic sampling on social media. That means you can now get statistically valid market research on your desktop in less than 5 minutes. It's as easy as a Google search. Each Tuesday, we'll look at a new marketing problem and how to solve it with data. The goal is to help you learn about AI and how it can help you grow your market. Hi, welcome to another episode of Ask Polly Tuesday. Today in studio, I'm joined by Marisol Bedoya, one of our fantastic marketing researchers. And Marisol's topic this week was self-checkout, where we've all used them. We all have our feelings about them. Marisol has found, interestingly enough, all demographics and all age groups are talking about this online, but different demographics have different reactions to them. Without further ado, Marisol, tell us what young people are saying about self-checkouts.
The younger generation, those below the age of 34 and females, are finding that they feel they deserve a discount when they're using these self-checkout kiosks. And it seems as though this group feels that they're not receiving a level of service that they feel like they should be paying for. And at the end of their shopping experience, because they're doing all the work themselves, they deserve a discount.
Great. So they deserve a discount, or they feel they do. So we don't give them a discount. I mean, any kind of consequences to that?
Well, actually, yes, there is. As they start to get older, we've seen that this group begins to steal. And we saw that nearly 160,000 Americans were engaging on similar conversations to self-checkout is one of the greatest things ever. I steal so much stuff. And as you can see, if you're new to Ask Polly Tuesdays, our graphs show what is the expected engagement on these topics. And you'll see this line here, and you'll see that the females are way over engaged. And you'll see that kind of the middle ages as well, from 25 to around 64, they're highly engaged on this topic. So it seems as though this behavior is concentrated within that middle age range.
Okay, so if I'm a store manager, I know now I'm looking for middle-aged women because they're probably stealing from me. What about Granny and Grandpa? They're pretty innocent. I guess that older generation, they have different values from the younger folk?
Well, funny you say that, actually, because what we actually found is they are almost engaging in fraudulent behaviors at the end of their shopping experiences. We found that over 120,000 Americans are engaging on a conversation similar to, I'm ringing up avocados as onions. So it seems like they're using this as a way to reduce their grocery bill and ringing up their items incorrectly on purpose. And you can see here that it's almost entirely those pre-retirees between the age of 55 and 64 that will be happy and very excited to just change up the grocery bill the way they please.
Okay, so every single demographic is grumbling, and as they age, if they don't get some sort of satisfaction or feeling of reward, then they take it out on the store, it seems. So tell me a little bit about, did you look at the emotions of the people as they're writing about this? So was Polly able to give us any insight into the psychology of it?
We found that young people were actually very joyful and positive about the fact that they want a discount. It seems as though their experiences would be completely satisfactory and actually be delighted if these discounts were implemented as part of a retailer strategy.
Okay, so there's a feeling that you can turn this negativity around if you provide some sort of reward, that people don't mind the activity of the self-checkout as much as the feeling that they themselves are being robbed because they're not getting the same services where they have a cashier doing the checkout. How do the older generations feel about the fraud and the theft? I mean, are they also joyful?
Not so much. They're more skewing towards anger and fear and sadness, as you can see on the right-hand side here. And what we also found was really interesting was this conversation really spiked up during the holidays in 2020. What our research team kind of alluded to was this could be our hosts, our family hosts who are going to the grocery store and cooking food for us. They're looking for a way to, lower their grocery bill during some tumultuous times. So this could have been a strategy for this group during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Now that's really interesting. Something we should mention again for people who are new to Polly, because she's using social media as her information source, she's able to go back in time. In fact, all the way back to 2012 and still get accurate probabilistic sampling. So, and she sees the conversations as they were had back then. So we can look and we can see those trends. And we do, I think you said the team did see those trends each time over the holidays or times when people are spending more. So it's interesting that you found people are joyful when they have the idea that I can do something for myself and save money, and fearful and unhappy and negative about the stealing and the fraud, which seems to indicate that they do feel guilt. So that tells me anyway that there is a way to deal with this from a marketing perspective. And I'm thinking message testing, testing out a message that plays on the happiness that people feel doing the work if they can get a reward. So some sort of messaging that talks about the discount is built in or that they will get a discount. Can you explain to us how message testing would work in this context?
So the way message testing works with our AI is that it goes into markets with similar demographics, and it'll see how these groups have reacted to similar language and similar messaging. And then from there, we take the messaging that's usually the most polarizing for audiences, and that will be the one that will grab your targeted group's attention, the one that seems kind of ostentatious.
Fantastic. Well, Marisol, really, really interesting. And I'm glad to see that there is a marketing solution to this issue. And I'm sure our audience will be very happy about that too. Audience, if you have any questions about what we discussed today, or you have ideas for Ask Polly for the next episode, please write to us at tuesday@askpolly.com. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching. If you like our podcast, please like us here and tell your friends. If you would like to be a guest on our program or bring your own market problems for Polly to solve, please send us an email at tuesday@askpolly.ai. See you next Tuesday.